Hi, my name is Ben. I love cars and I love car stories. And today I would like to tell you a little bit of a car history story about Uganda. Now, most of you are too young to know this, but there was a time in Uganda when having a car was a flex. Not what kind of car you had, just having a car, whether it was a Datsun 1200 or a Corolla, having a car alone was a flex. These days, everyone has a car, right? What kind of car it is? Back in the day, having a car alone on the village made sure you got respect, right? But also, having a brand new car was specifically the preserve of a handful of people. You had to be a judge or a minister or work in the government. Actually, the only place you saw brand new cars on our roads in Kampala back in the 90s were if it was a government car or a company car or a very small handful of very rich people. That's changing quite a bit. Some people might remember the Nissan Laurel, the Santana, and if you saw those cars, you just knew that was someone important. Things have changed quite a lot since then, because while the big manufacturers, always held onto this thing of that having a car was a really, really big deal and buying a brand new car was a major milestone and all of those things, the Chinese said, hold my rice and noodles. And they started making things like this. This is the Jetour T2, and oh wow, I don't even have time to go through the impressive build quality on this car, but we're going to talk you through that. The important thing I wanted you to know for now is we're in an urban setting. This is quintessential middle class Kampala, right? The question I wanted to answer was, this car looks comfortable being here in the city. Can it be able to go to the village? If I need to go and see my mom in Kashari, can I go with this car? Do I have confidence that it will take me and bring me back at an affordable cost? But also importantly, will the villagers be able to go and tell my mom, hey mama, your son has arrived? That's what we're going to find out today. Let's go drive the Jetour T2. So we took the Jetour T2 to a wonderful place in Chitende on Entebbe Road called On Course 4WD, where they do four-wheel drive training solutions, and they have some wonderful courses, and they do these incredible things. It's run by a wonderful guy called Meek, and he took us around his truck for a spin in the Jetour T2. Oh boy, was it fun. Scared me there for a second. I was like, oh my God!
Did you get the one on the corner? Good.
After we had done some very nice hot laps around the truck, Mick got to meet the Jetour Uganda team and extend some pleasantries before we got ready for the business of extreme off-roading around his truck. Now, I discovered something very interesting here. A normal Ugandan like me would simply get in the car and drive, but not Mick. He actually took out the manual, did some extensive reading to figure out what the car is supposed to do and where. And once he was comfortable that he had everything he needed to get a trial run, we then hit the extreme four-wheel drive truck to see what the Jetour T2 could do. Right, so we are standing on a literally mini mountain You might not be able to see it on the camera, but this is an incline of about 45 degrees. That basically means it's like that, right? And so that car is going to try and climb up here. On the camera, it doesn't look that bad, but my God, it is scary. It feels like you're just about to fall off, and you'll see the footage. So I'm going to get out of the way and let Mick try and climb up here in the Jetour T2 and see what that's like. It's very exciting stuff. You take a look. That is steep, that is steep. And once we had done some, what I thought was impressive off-roading, we brought the car back and I had a chance to ask Mick what he thought. Remember, he's an expert at this. He's been doing this for like, 35 years here in Uganda. If you remember, we did the launch of the Prado with him, so he understands what cars are like. So I asked him what he thought about the car.
Because I'm still wanting to get a little bit more familiar with how it operates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can.
That's all right.
So we can go and have a look. Because that crawl mode, because the transmissions don't have a low range setting.
Yeah.
With L4 setting, or low range setting, we can't get that really nice slow control.
Yeah.
That I'm wanting to think, but let's just try it in a different setting. I think.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay.
Try it in. It's got to be in mud or rock for it to work.
Yeah.
Let's try it in the rock crawl mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool draw mode. I wonder if it goes slower in rock then.
Most likely, yeah. I think so actually. So
the vehicle power is in crawl mode, exit condition.
yet again, Mick did something that we Africans don't do quite well enough. Read the manual. And once he had filled with the different settings for the off-road mode, we headed back out onto the trail. And this time, he got it right. Remember, this car can wade in up to 700 millimeters of water, and that is quite deep. So, Kampala floods, nothing to worry about. Wow.
So the maximum we have here is 50.
Yeah, so you're safe. Wow.
That was 45.
I think it's all right.
Or maybe keep going.
That's all right. That's all right. Off the ground. That's a wheel off the ground. And once we were back, I decided to get my hands on the wheel myself and take the Jetour T2 around for a spin on the track. And this thing drives so incredible. It's just light enough and yet has enough power. It was so much fun. Oh, wow. Right. So, we've just come back from doing some mud crawling, if you want to call it that, with the Jetour T2. And let me tell you something. This thing is, let's just say it's impressive. Look at the tires, look at the mud. This thing is built to get dirty, but it also looks really good. So I haven't even talked you through the exterior of the car yet, the design cues, which are really, really impressive. So boxy shape, looks really good for an SUV. And then if I come around here and show you the Jetour sign here, you see this. When you start the engine, this actually lights up at night. So when it's coming behind you at night, you'll clearly see there's some grab handles. So, you know, if you want to climb up, go to the roof, you can do lots of accessories on this car. Interestingly, this thing is $54,000. It can do almost everything that the Prado can do. And let me qualify this, and this is why it's very important. So the Prado is about $94,000, $95,000 or thereabouts. And the capabilities of the Prado in off-road mode are going to be, in the most extreme setting, a little bit more advanced than this. But here's the disclaimer. In Uganda, 99.99% of the driving you're going to do is never going to need any of that capability. Literally anything you need to do with driving in Uganda, whether it's climbing a hill in Kashari or in Kisoro or wherever, this car will be able to do perfectly well. We've just done that around this track and it showed it pretty well. So I'm impressed, and I'll tell you, some stories about what I think makes this car special and why there's so many of them now in Dubai. In Australia last year, this car pulled more than 4,000 units off of the Prado. Prado is one of the highest selling models in Australia, that and the RAV4. And this thing has managed to steal 4,000 customers from Toyota. And there's a reason why. And we're going to drive now back to town, and I'll talk you through what I think about this car and why it makes a really good case. I was saying that my dream car list has just changed again, and this is now family owned. And I'll explain why we drive. So let's go drive back into town, and then I'll give you my final thoughts when we get back to the city. Right, so we are now inside the Jetour T2. We've just come back from the four-wheel drive training center here in Sisa. And if you haven't seen them yet, we'll be putting out a bunch of videos of the fun that we had taking this car through a lot of mud. Actually, if you look around the cabin, you'll see mud spattered all over the place, and we had some fun with that to show this car's off-road capabilities. But my insistence was that while the guys at Jetour and the guys at Cefao and the guys at Land Rover and whoever will try and brag about how good their car is off-road, the truth of the matter is that in Uganda you're going to spend 99% of your time on the road, and that's why it really matters. It's good to know that the car can climb mountains, it's good to know that it can go through water, but the truth of the matter is that 99% of the time you're going to be driving on normal roads in the city. Potholed roads, like now where we're living, road is a bit bumpy, so you have to go over big potholes. So how well you go over this and the ditches and whatever is more important for the average Ugandan SUV buyer than extreme off-roading. What the Chinese have done with their cars, why they are winning at the moment, and like I mentioned earlier on, these cars, as in Dubai, maybe about a month ago, and every one in maybe 6 or 7 cars is a Jetour T1 or T2. And I'm not kidding. We stood on the roadside and we actually counted how many of these things are in Dubai. And you know that those guys like their stuff, they like their class, so they don't just buy stuff, right? This is why this car is very good value for money. $54,000 for what it does. I mean, honestly speaking, like I said, my dream car list has just got an addition to it, and this is going on now. Look at these handlebars. If you're going off-road, like the way it's built, it is so solid. You literally get Prado vibes in this car for half the price. 15-inch screen in front of me. 15-inch. That's bigger than most of your laptops. Like, it's just everything is just completely spot on. Did I mention this car has only done 160 kilometers in total in its life? And of those 160, I think I've probably put on maybe 30 of those today. So we're talking as brand new can get. Sorry, the camera is still on because someone is going to buy this car. I wish it were me, but it's all right. One day. Fuel consumption is pretty good. I'm averaging 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which would be about 13 kilometers per liter. I mean, that's good. That's really good. And I'm not driving on the highway, so once we go into the highway, I'm sure that actually goes up quite a bit. Make sure I'm going in the right direction here. Okay, right, so the exterior has Defender vibes around it. It looks, you know, nice boxy SUV with some nice, a throttle response. Okay, bit of a stretch here. I'm gonna give it some gas. Let's go. See how that guy is looking at me like, are you mad? No, sir, I've got good brakes. This is coming from a 2-liter engine. You guys. Again, we can't show you the guys looking at us who are driving around, but all of them basically give you this look of, oh, that looks interesting. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that looks good. So you could say this car does get your attention. Gets your attention from beautiful women, gets your attention from border riders, gets your attention from hustlers, which is a good thing. I love how good. Oh, I told you about the seat cooling, which I think was a shocker for some of you, but for me it's a big deal. The fact that my bums can be cooled, I think, is a really good thing. One last trick I should show you maybe is the camera system. Even if I'm driving, if I hit this button here, I can then be able to have a 360-degree view of all my cameras. See that? You know, so you can see driving along the road. So the car in front of me, it shows. Now, what I'd like you to see is this car has witchcraft. No, like actual witchcraft. So, border guy is coming. You're about to see him. Hold on. There's a car, right? The moment you see a car coming close to you, it will show them on the screen. It won't just show them. See there? There's the guy. There's a Subaru Forester. You're gonna see it in just a moment. There it is. It was so impressive. It actually shows you the shape of the car that's passing. If it's a truck, it shows you a truck. If it's a minibus, it shows you a minibus. That's good attention to detail. Speaking of attention to detail, the vents and the way they were built, very solid. I will finish this video for now by telling you about the sound system. Sony 9-speaker sound system, which is incredible. They put some subwoofers, I think. There's a subwoofer in the back, but also the speakers at the front, I think, are very good 6.5-inch mid-range with some tweeters up here. So for vibes, it's really good. Listen, when you're thinking about buying a car in Uganda, and I was telling the Jetour guys this earlier on, I'm not really that interested in extreme off-road capability. There's some basic things that I want in a car. Am I sure that it's going to be able to take me where I need to go and bring me back? From the off-roading we've done, this clearly shows that it has the potential to do that. Can I do it affordably? The fuel consumption is pretty decent. You can get a 5-year warranty on this car, which clearly shows you that you'll drive it long without having to worry about repairs or maintenance or any of that stuff, right? So when I'm buying a car, that's what I'm thinking about. Is the car comfortable to sit in? Yes. Can I go to see my mom in the village in Kashari and be respected by the village elders? 100%, based on what I can see with this. And if I show up at a meeting with a minister or a permanent secretary, will they think, oh yeah, this is a guy that I want to meet? Most likely. This fits in right well with a Prado. No one is going to disrespect you in this. And for $54,000, that's not a bad call. So you can see we tried as much as possible to put as much data as we could on the Jetour T2 But we didn't do too badly. It looks very, very dirty, which is how a car like this should look. It's done its job off-road really well, but listen, this car is going to spend its time on the road, and there it absolutely shines. We actually had both it at the T1, which I didn't even get to drive today because I fell so much in love with this thing. My highlight though has to be in this car, interestingly, the audio system. That Sony audio system is just mind blowing. I mean, I guess when you put everything together, the comfort, the driving dynamics, and blah 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 blah. But the differentiator for me has got to be the Sony audio system in this car. But I'm going to try and get a bunch of my friends to try and come and review this car with me. They will take a look at it, sit in it, drive in it. Maybe I am biased, but we'll see what they think and have them add their thoughts to this. So this is a quick tour of the Jetour T2 and T1. So we'll drive this at some point as well. But I cannot wait to spend some more time in this car. It's definitely worth a look. Come to Jetour, Uganda, give them a visit, do a test drive. You just might add this car to your dream car list. So that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.